Topic 1. AI deepfakes and legislative measures through the No Fakes Act. On May 21, 2025, a hearing was held by the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee's Subcommittee on Privacy, Technology and the Law, focusing on the dangers of AI deepfakes. Executives from YouTube and the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, along with country music singer Martina McBride, supported the No Fakes Act, a bill aimed at protecting individuals from unauthorized reproductions of their voices and appearances using AI technology. This legislation holds individuals and companies accountable for unauthorized deepfakes and requires platforms to act against such content. It also establishes a process for victims to request the removal of deepfakes from online platforms. The bill, which has the backing of around 400 artists and actors, follows the Take It Down Act, signed by President Donald Trump, which strengthens penalties for non-consensual intimate images and AI-generated deepfakes. YouTube stated that this bill aims to protect the credibility of online content and promote responsible use of AI technology. Topic 2. Bitcoin reaching new price highs and crypto industry concerns. Bitcoin has recently surpassed $111,000, reaching an all-time high, raising concerns within the cryptocurrency industry. This price surge is attributed to positive outlooks on U.S. cryptocurrency regulations and ongoing interest from institutional investors, especially as the U.S. Senate advances legislation on stablecoin regulation. President Donald Trump has emerged as a significant supporter of the cryptocurrency industry, claiming that his administration contributed to the rise in Bitcoin prices. However, he faces criticism for allegedly increasing personal wealth through cryptocurrency, with his meme coin project, Trump, causing controversy. The cryptocurrency industry feels uneasy about its association with Trump, with some fearing that his personal ventures could undermine the industry's credibility and stability. Additionally, Bitcoin's price rise is linked to concerns over the U.S. fiscal deficit, as Moody's downgraded the country's credit rating, making Bitcoin a hedge against the instability of fiat currency. This situation has led investors to seek alternative stores of value, with cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin gaining prominence. Topic 3. Trump's tax policies and their implications. President Donald Trump's tax policies are centered around his 2024 campaign promises, primarily involving tax cuts and new tax deductions. Key points include the extension of tax cuts introduced during his first term, which are expected to reduce tax burdens for most households, particularly benefiting high-income earners. New tax deductions will include exemptions for tips and overtime pay, increased child tax credits, and additional deductions for seniors, mainly benefiting specific industries and high-income individuals. To offset the costs of these tax cuts, significant cuts to social welfare programs like Medicaid and SNAP are anticipated, which could negatively impact low-income individuals. The legislation is projected to increase the national debt by $2.4 trillion over the next decade, exacerbating an already high national debt exceeding $36 trillion. Other impacts include the repeal of climate change-related tax incentives from the Biden era, such as tax credits for electric vehicle purchases. While these policies aim to stimulate economic growth, they are expected to spark controversy due to cuts in social welfare programs and rising national debt, primarily benefiting high-income individuals and specific industries, while adversely affecting low-income populations. Topic 4. Economic volatility and market fluctuations. Recent economic instability and market volatility in the U.S. have become prominent. Moody's downgrade of the U.S. credit rating has diminished confidence in U.S. assets, leading investors to show increased interest in emerging markets. The U.S. fiscal deficit and debt issues are expected to worsen, triggering rising trees